You know, Laura was one of my favorite horses, and I know he was by Danzig out of India, right?
Yes.
You gonna tell us a little bit about him?
Well, he was meant to be a good horse from day one. You know, when we first got him and put him in training, when I got him in the spring of his 2-year-old year, you know, he was very forward, and you put him in a gate, you know, just schooled him in the gate. He knew what all that was about, and he was just a fast horse, and we liked him when we ran him the first time, and you know, he had he got some shins, so we had to back off of him a little bit, and then he came back and he won the Gotham on the dirt. You know, then we decided to put him. He ran not a good race in what then was the Riva Ridge, which is at Belmont Day, and so we started him on the grass, and then that was kind of history from there. When we ran him on the grass right when we came back from Saratoga in a allowance race, and then he ran the Kelso, and then he won the Breeders' Cup here.
In his first year that he won the Breeders' Cup, was that the year he set the track record?
Yeah, he set a track record here. This was Old Gulfstream. Ran a mile in like 34.1, was in front. He drew an inside post. I just told Mike Smith, I said, just save ground and see what happens. And he trained really, really well. I got him down here probably about 2 weeks before, and along with some others, and he had trained really well, and he really seemed to like the warmer weather, and you know, he ran a great race that day.
Then he went on to win it again the next year, right?
Yeah, then the next year he had a really good year. He won the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita, and he was part of the 6th of the day, and in the Breeders' Cup preview, when won the Kelso, and we took him out there and he won the Breeders' Cup. He'd drawn an outside post, and people said, you know, you're really up against it. Mike Smith rode a great race, sent him away from there, and you know, we made the lead or close to it going around the first turn, and you know, I know he was in front around the 5/16 pole, and Mrs. Hancock, who owned him, along with Mr. Perry, said, how we doing? I said, well, the horse is laying second, won't beat him. So, and he ran really good that day.
So he went on, and then
the next year he had a good year. It was going along fine, and we brought him back from Saratoga, and I worked him one morning, Mike Smith, and he jumped from a shadow, from a light pole, and banged his leg, and we were sort of fighting that the whole way. He got a little bit of a quarter crack in his foot also, and so, you know, we were kind of up against it, but you know, he had a good year, but just wasn't, you know, we went back to the Breeders' Cup at Churchill, and we were sort of iffing against ifs.
Okay. And then he went on to the breeding shed, and he wasn't able to perform in the
No,
beginning,
I don't
right?
know. He was, he had very few foals. Then he ended up going to Europe, and he just had a few foals over there too. So, you know, that was a disappointment, because that was a horse that, you know, he sort of really depended on with his race record, his looks, and his pedigree of going on and making a good stallion at Claiborne, and that was sort of a blow. But that was a little bit of the Danzig way too.